Hello everyone and welcome back to Boulder Cove. This is episode 19. I always have to just double check before I start recording, but yeah, this is episode 19 and you can probably guess by the airplane coming into land that this is a very special episode. This is the airport special. I worked a lot on this. I think I originally planned to have a time lapse. We're gonna skip it this time. Let's see how it works out, because I know from a personal fact that I tend to not really skip, or often skip time lapses when I watch these kinds of videos, and I thought I would just try it out like this, just a live gameplay, and I can just show you what I did. But as I said, this is the airport special. I said it earlier in previous episodes that I want to use a lot of Sunset Harbor DLC buildings and just play around with them while they're fresh, while they're new. And this one is brand new. This is the Metropolitan Airport, I think it's called. But before that, I hate to do this, but I just want to test it out. Because I usually tend to, most of the time, I tend to ask you to leave a like if you enjoyed it. I tend to ask that towards the end. I think for the last couple of times I forgot, which isn't too good. But I just want to remind you that if you enjoyed, then I would really appreciate you leave a like. It helps out the channel a lot. If you like what you see, you can always check out more on the channel. I have a playlist there, and subscribe if you want to. And also, while I'm just talking nonsense, I just throw out words there. Discord server, join us there. Boulder Cove wiki, check that out. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah. Okay, now we're done. Let's talk about what we did in this one. Should I pause time? I don't know. Should I? No, we're just gonna zoom out. We're gonna go a bit away from the airport, and also, I'm sorry about the FPS. It's not too good, but it will do. What I might go ahead and do is turn it down to 30. Which is this speed slider mod, if you were wondering. Turns down the simulation. Was that too much? Perhaps. Perhaps. But yeah, this is the first thing we did. I wanted to have a new interchange here, a bigger one. I showed it off in the very first episode, because most interchanges here they're already there. They're already placed down by whoever made the map. And I wanted to have the normal interchange was a 4-way interchange with roads coming in this way, and that way. But I also wanted 5 actually. I want to go here as well, instead of having an extra interchange over there going into this area. So I went over to the workshop, found this one, and it had 6, so that's fine by me. So we also got a road leading out this way, which is just perfect. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's got like 4 lanes somewhere, like over here, 4 lanes. I never used that before because I never really needed that, but yeah, they're mostly used as like slip lanes before you go on to the proper slip lane, or on and off ramp. But yeah, place it down, used move it, just sort of make it look good with like that. The curves look good and the height difference matches, so it will be not like a roller coaster driving on this one. It would be very much realistic, and from there on I went ahead and I placed down. First thing I did was place down the airports. start building on the runway. And you guys probably know a lot more about airports than I do. You probably have a lot more interest in like airport infrastructure and just planes in general than I do. I'm not too fussed about it. What I had in mind when I made this is more practicality, if that's a word. Did I just make it up? No, I wanted it to work. I wanted it to get people in and out in an efficient way. The same goes with cargo. Come to think of it, maybe like it should be on the other side, so the runway should be on this one. But then again, it will sort of intersect with this runway. It's a lot of things that I don't really know the rules about, or what's the so I basically just placed it down in an area where it was a lot of space and just sort of went with that. So yeah, I know it's not completely realistic, but it looks good and it functions, which is the most important thing, in my opinion, definitely on a project like this. I usually tend to go for realism. Like it's very much inspired by like airports in real life. Not this one, but like everything around it is very much inspired. But for the runway part, I just place it down. So don't care too much about that. Of course it's important, but yeah, it's not the best work that I've done. But I'm very happy with everything else. So what I can show you is the asset itself, the Metropolitan Airport. It's not just an airport, it has also got stops for helicopters, which is also new to the Sunset Harbor DLC. And there are 2 metro stops underneath this one, which we are going to take advantage of. What I didn't like about the asset is, like, me, I talked about this in I think episode 18 or 17 maybe, that I don't really like when assets come with a road attached to it that you can't do anything about. Like, I would like the placement of the road, that's fine. However, I do want to change this to like a one-way street. However, you can't. So yeah, I had to like work around that. So what I thought was, this road is purely meant for public transport, so taxis and buses. You can see there's a lot of people waiting for cabs. That is a lot of people. We don't have any buses yet. They will come, and that line will, or that queue will eventually disperse, hopefully. But let's say you come to the airport, or you'll just land and you pick up your baggage and you go out. You could go out here if you want to take a taxi or a bus, or if you got a friend picking you up, then you take this pathway, this tunnel, and you come to this area. So this is a sunken down area with different kinds of parking. Like this section is like just drop off section. You can stand here for like 3 minutes max, I think. I got a smaller parking lot here, which you can probably stay for maybe in like an hour or 3 hours max. And then this would be like the entrance. Like there will be 2 entrances, like this one and that one over there. And also have these elevated pathways, which as you would probably imagine, they connect up to these ones. So they would have to just get over the road here, go down here, and eventually it leads up to this one, which then again, leads you to maybe down towards here, or actually into the train station. I used a technique by $2.20 and placed down, I think these are vending machines or something, and moved them into this building here to act as doors. They are different color, but it's fine. Like over here, there's still different kind of color, but there's a lot more shadows here, so it looks good. This guy's on a bicycle. I don't know if that's safe, but this building right here is actually from a content creator pack by, is it Jason Dittmars? I think his name is, or I think it goes by Ami Polizei Funk on the workshop. He makes great assets, and he made a pretty cool content creator pack maybe a year ago. It's called Modern City Center or something like that. But with that pack also comes some props, which I just happened to stumble upon, and these were just simple like concrete blocks, really. Don't mind that. And they work great for like just very generic, not really buildings, but like sort of, you can imagine it would be an elevator going down here, or some sort of staircase. It worked perfectly in this part, and I also use it all over this park right here, because as you would probably expect, there is a lot of parking here, which doesn't really make sense. I don't want them to park up here, but you can't force them not to. But what I did was, there might be cars still parked here, but they're hidden away due to I placed down all of these concrete boxes and raised them up a little bit, so even if like the tallest of cars park here, you can't see them. So it acts like a nice looking plaza. And the building here is a park, vanilla. I think it's called Official Park. I placed it down just because I like the statue, or the whatever this is in the middle. So it's a nice open green area, which you often see in front of the main entrance to to any kind of international airport. And yeah, also down here, this is parking for like longer vehicles. I saw that while I was looking for inspiration. I saw that in, I think it's Seattle, they had its own parking lot for like longer vehicles. I thought it was cool. So they have like this small strip they can use. And what else? We got massive parking lot here. This would be, you probably would guess, this would be long-term parking. You can park here for like a weekend or a week or 2 weeks. So you have several options when you want to go traveling. Do you want like a friend to drive you down there? Do you want to drive yourself, drive here, park over there? Or do you want to take a bus or a taxi? It gets you all the way up there. Plenty of options, and we do see all roads are being used. I'm really happy about that. I also, these are props by the way, because no one parks here. One car is about to park, and that's it. So it looked really weird, so I went ahead and downloaded a few props, and just used Move It to just place them out, like copy them and place them out all over here. It's also cool that there are a few spots available near the pathway that leads you to the airport, while over here is basically nothing. So people don't want to walk too far, and that is very much captured at this airport. What else should I show you? The train station is a is this from mass transit? I think it might be, but it's actually got 6 tracks or stops instead of 2, and they are of course hidden beneath this huge building or several buildings. The reason why because I didn't want to use the same train station like I use everywhere. I kind of gotten sort of bored with that asset, so I decided to use this one. I think it's called like the multi-platform train station, and basically, yeah, there's only two tracks available. One might be like an express route going right to downtown, and the other one might be like it stops on a few parts, but yeah, 2 is a lot better than 6. It didn't really look too good. And another thing is 1, 2, 3, and actually 4 of these buildings are from the newest content creator pack made by someone from Japan. I can't remember the name, but he's made some really good assets. You can just go to the City Skylines YouTube channel, and one of the more recent uploads is showcasing this pack. Just like the textures and the detail, it's yeah, it's one of the best I've seen. I really like it. So a few shops, or like a few buildings that is in the pack, they got Japanese writing on them, because it's like the pack is called Modern Japan, so it would make sense. But if I place that down and it has like Japanese writing on it, then I can just cover it up with some signs, so it's not a big deal. That pack, the content creator pack, will be very much a part of this series, because I love them so much. What else? We have, of course, the toll booths. Here's a fun fact for you: taxis don't stop at the toll booth. Look at this. The cars will. You see, it stopped. Well, he just drives on through. So, like, I think not how the game works, but how it will work in real life, is that the taxi company or something, they register a lot of cars, and they have all of the license plates in a database, and they have a cameras over here that, you know, takes a picture of the license plate, and then checks if it actually is a taxi that is allowed to drive onto this area, or a bus. Whilst over here you just I don't know, pay, and then they take a picture of you while you leave the area, and then they like send you how much you have to pay. I don't know, but they have to pay here. Also got a little rest stop area if you're driving to pick up your friend, but you realize that you're 2 hours too early and you don't want to park and pay for 2 hours. They can just stop over here, maybe go to the bathroom, could be. And also wanted to incorporate a little industry, so that you can find over here. This is also a new building. This, I think, is like the waste transfer facility. So garbage trucks, they collect garbage, drive it there, and it just stays there. They don't get rid of the garbage, so you have to get like more garbage trucks to collect garbage from here and drive it to like a dump or a incineration plant. So new building, looks cool, fit the area quite nice. Fire and police station, huge warehouse, industries DLC. What else? This is the helicopter depot and the blimp depot. Not too sure if that we're gonna use that one, but yeah, just in case, we got a spot for it. And we also got a rail line for cargo, or we got for both actually, but the cargo continues over here to the cargo hub, or like the cargo airport hub, and then it continues down, tunneling down, and then enters over there. You might have spotted this. I'm just gonna take a look at how long I've been recording for. Quite a long time. But BC88. I'm not gonna tell you what that means. You might just think about that yourself. But I can give you a hint. BC stands for Boulder Cove, 88, 1988. I have like 2 ideas, or maybe just one. I'm not sure, but this is something that we're gonna talk more about in future episodes. So I'm not gonna spoil too much, but yeah, that's an explanation. Going this way, so as you are driving, let's say you are driving over here and you just entered Boulder Cove, you don't know what to do, maybe you should stay the night at one of the hotels that you can see over here. So you do see that all over the like huge airports, or not really huge ones, but you know, airports in general, that they have a few hotels nearby. Definitely the bigger the airport, the more hotels there nearby. So we got this one which says Grand Canyon Casino. It's probably a hotel, but you know, maybe a typo, autocorrect, who knows. But there are like, I think there are 4 or 5 hotels in this area, with some shops and offices as well. So to get there, you have to take off over here and then come down over here. So we got a hotel over here, for example, some nice a nice pool. I got a huge hotel over here, and I really like how they look. They sort of form their own little skyline, which I really like. I especially like this area, like all the foliage. It shows you that this is an area that's very much taken after, or like looked after by people, and you know, the hotels and the offices and just the spaghetti roads as well. I really like how this turns out, and of course have a little pond in the middle, because I do often see that in proper big airports, that they have a very beautiful like surrounding area when you're driving to it, or like driving from it as well. So that's what I planned here, to have it, you know, it's very open actually. So it's very open, there's no buildings whatsoever. It's a lot of space, it takes up a lot of space, but it's not really that much over here. Right now it's nothing over here, but this is gonna be a very like remote area, so that means we're gonna have a lot of public transport. Trains are gonna be important, metro is gonna be important. What else? Yeah, this is public transport is gonna be very important for it to continue working, but for now you can see it's a lot of traffic. This place seems very much alive, even though this is on the complete opposite side of the map where we usually have been working on. Is there anything I want to show you? I built also some farms around just to make this look a little bit more proper. How huge is that footprint? I really like this one. I like the roads, how they sort of, it's like someone cooked spaghetti and just threw it on there. It just goes all over the place, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Over here I thought we could have some oil industry, because we need that, because it would make sense since over here we're gonna have a pretty huge harbor. But yeah, talking about like where we usually build, like this is for example Boxall, Bonesworth, This is what we've done so far in this series. And then all the way on the other side, that's where the airport is. Yeah. This is really nice. Should we find a good place to end this one? Let's see. Actually, maybe just a little far away. There we go. We got a cargo airport now, cargo airplane just landing, and just a bunch of traffic. I love it. But as you can see, there's no like congestions. They never stop. There's no traffic jams, except over there. But that's a traffic light that eventually should be moved, I think. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Did you enjoy this one? Like, did you enjoy like not a time lapse and just live gameplay? I think I might keep this going for a while. If of course, you know, the people find it enjoyable. But yeah, the Metropolitan Airport has arrived in Boulder Cove, and there comes another one. God, I want to visit. I want to be on one of these planes. I want to visit this area. I want to stay in one of the hotels. This is really nice. Absolutely nice. Yeah, this is it for this one. I got some cinematics to show you after this one. That's pretty much it. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.
There's some stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, but it's okay. I don't have the pieces of you buried in the flashbacks. All these wicked nightmares has gone cold. Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. I've got you. You grew old in suburbia, where pretty demons never show, shifting shapes in